Welcome back to Human Design Time. Parenting Gate 34, the gates of power. As a parent, this is a tricky gate to teach to our children because this is the gate. It should be called the gate of individuality, the gate of unique being. Because as a parent, as much as you want your child to be unique, you kind of also have to teach them the rules of society, being part of society. And you want your child's life to be as flow and easy as possible. However, with this gate, it is all about individuality. And so there's a lot of moving parts to this gate. And when you look at your child's gates and how the channels will go, I'm going to give you pictures of how it would look. I'm going to give you a description of the best way to work with your kid with these gates defined. Okay, first let's start with the lines. Look at your child's chart and you'll see the conscious and unconscious lines that they live through. Here is how that gate 34 affects each one of those lines. Really important right here. Now, if your child's gate, as you can see, gate 34 right here, almost in the middle of the screen, is undefined. That means no things coming out of that gate. That just means your child doesn't really have that urge for individuality. They don't have the urge for uniqueness. Everyone does in a small way, but it is not. It's really, you don't have to. It's just letting you know. It's like it's not a trustworthy energy with that uniqueness. That means they're probably just trying to be part of the tribe or pack, whoever they're friends with. So this is the complete opposite. This is gate 34 going to gate 10, which is all about self-expression in society. It is about how we express ourselves with this power of individuality within the community. Also, you see it going up to gate 20 in the throat chakra, meaning that the way our children's power will come is through their voice, and they'll manifest through their voice with the power of individuality. And you can see gate 57 attaching itself to it. What this means is that your child will intuitively know the best place, the best way to put their individual wants and desires into action. This right here is a prime example of what you would want if you're someone who has gate 34 defined. You would want the whole cake, and this is the whole cake of that system right there. Here is the next going down, taking a slice out. We are not going to gate 10. So with self-expression into community, but we still have it going to gate 20 through our voice, and it still is driven intuitively to the best places that is needed to be known. And with it going to gate 20, your child is going to be more focused on acting, it's expressing. And teaching your child how to take control of their thoughts is extremely vital with this, because this is the most power out of all the design. And so if our children do not have control over their thoughts, that means they can have emotional unintelligence, and when they go to manifest, it's going to be that lower voice, the lower thoughts that they're being used. But once again, it will be easier for them because they have gate 57, the gate of intuition, tying it in, focusing, helping. So here is gate 34 going to 10 and 20. If this is your child's chart, what's happening here is you still have this great power, and it's going up to the throat and giving that action again. And it's going to gate 10, where the social behaviors and roles, how we support and bring that uniqueness going into the world. But there's no gate 57 tying in, meaning that this energy might not have the easiest time sometimes. Like, they'll go through those different stages of figuring out who they are and who they want to be, and the best people to be around as well too. But we have to teach them about loving ourselves through self-expression, and also teaching them to take control of their thoughts, so that thoughts turn into action, actions turn into manifestation. Here is 34. It's probably more common than any others. Is going to gate 10. And this is huge about self-expression into our tribes, our groups. And since it does not have gate 57 and it does not have gate 20, not as easy of a time. So basically you're going to see your kid go through all these different phases of finding themselves, in essence, like just going through different dressing styles, music, food. It's just finding themselves. And since these other gates are undefined, we can still teach them to take control of their thoughts, because that energy coming out of the sacral is still pumping. So what's really cool about all that is the power that comes from that gate can't be taken away. So this is where it's vital, where we teach our kids about their inner authority. Vital, vital, vital. We have to start with knowing our inner authority. And from there, then we can do the strategy and getting into flow state. And so when we have our inner authority locked in, no one can just take our power. Only time we do that is when the kids give their power away, depending on the way their thoughts are trained, depending how their emotional behaviors are, and so on. And learning more about their design. If you want to know more about your human design, please, let's get in touch with each other. You want to really get into your kids' design and really just make parenting easier, much easier. Let's do this. Thank you so much for coming in today. Do your best in 86 the best.